everyone, it's Harinder here, holistic life coach and counsellor, helping you to bring peace and balance back into your life. I hope you're having a really good day. Now let me ask you a question. How often do you should on yourself? Is that a word that gets bandied about a lot in your head by your inner critic? You know, that pesky little voice, you're trying to watch TV and it keeps telling you that you should be cooking the dinner, you should be writing that essay, you should be doing your workout. All that voice that keeps making you do things for other people even when you don't want to, because that's what you should be doing. Now, I used to be like that back in the day. Nowadays I hear a lot about this in my client work. Now, most of us have been shoulding on ourselves for so long that we've completely lost touch with our real selves and our innate sense of fun, creativity and spontaneity. And that is sad. Living in the land of should is miserable, dark and depressing, and it's full of resentment, duty and obligation. Now in this video I'd like to share a little trick that I employ whenever I hear the word should in my head. It forces me to think about my own needs as well as other people's and allows me to reconnect with my personal power and sense of autonomy so that I don't feel like a victim and powerless. Now, if you take a minute to reflect on the internal power dynamics at work, the fact that there's a should in the sentence at all actually shows that you don't really want to do whatever you're thinking about doing. If you did, you wouldn't be coercing yourself into it with a should. Your personal power and autonomy are being challenged in some way, so that is always naturally going to feel bad. But the good news is it doesn't have to be like this. Now try this simple 4-step process the next time you find yourself shoulding on yourself. Now let's use the example of someone having asked you to do something, like your friend has asked you to babysit for them. Number 1, notice any feelings of unrest that this request has triggered in you. Number 2, if you notice some tension, then identify the should in the situation. For example, in this case, it's I should babysit for my friend. Number 3, now in your mind, replace the word should with a could. For example, I could babysit for my friend. And then number 4, spend a moment seriously considering the pros and cons of both agreeing to the request and declining it. Now herein lies your power. You are now making the conscious decision to babysit or not, based on all the facts, feelings, consequences and circumstances involved. Now, can you feel the difference that the word could instead of should makes? I should babysit because she's asked me, compared with I could babysit, but let me think about it for a minute. Now, when you consciously decide to do something because you have weighed up the advantages and disadvantages, then you're operating in the realms of your power. When you just respond to a should from a place of obligation, you are not. The first feels empowering and the second feels disempowering. You are now consciously making the decisions in your life. Now give this simple trick a go and let me know how you get on. That's made a big difference in my life. And you know what, the funny thing is I still do a lot of the things that I used to do, but now I'm doing them happily and willingly because I have chosen to do them, as opposed to grudgingly and resentfully because I felt compelled and that I had no choice. Now I hope this has been useful in some way. Now if you liked this video, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any further episodes. So take excellent care of yourself, because you and I both know that if you don't, no one else will. Okay, see you soon.